Alright, so we're still bedding in the clutch, and I've been told to do these clutch kicks here. 1, 2, 4, 5. So that will help the bed-in process, get some heat into the discs, and get the clutch to do its job properly. Hey, so you joined me today at Encode. So this is the shop that originally wrapped my GTR back in 2018 when it was on display at the Tokyo Auto Salon at the Hashimoto Corporation booth, sponsored by Brembo and KW. And the car's pretty much kept the same wrap. I haven't really taken the time to remove it because I knew that I would want the same person that actually fitted it to remove it properly, because he actually spent a lot of time taking off body panels and getting that wrap to kind of go around the edges and stick properly, and probably why it's lasted so long. But we're just waiting for the shop to open, and we're gonna go inside and start working on the car. And the goal is to finish today in one day, to remove the wrap completely and then take care of something that's underneath. But we'll get to that later on. So on we go with the de-wrapping. Oh man, look at the light setup. That's sick. So here's the wrapping studio. Tons of LED lights, color controllable, so you can see every little imperfection while you're applying the wrap. Okay, so we put the car in Nakamura-san's shop. This is Nakamura-san. He's gonna be doing his thing today, removing the wrap that he put on back in 2018. And this used to be his old company. Now it's Encode up here in Utsunomiya, Tochigi-ken. So to assess the situation first, Nakamura-san started with the heat gun and started peeling off the edges. So as you can see, the wrap gets, or at least got, wrapped around the edges of the hood and pretty much every panel. So figuring stuff out from the very edge. So the actual brand of the wrap was Avery Dennison. Ah, this one here. Yeah. Apparently it's a good quality wrap, so hopefully it comes off as easy as it went on. So we pulled it out so the car, at least the front end, can catch a bit of sunshine. It's actually a very warm day today, even though it's end of October. And hopefully that will help in making the wrap a little bit softer. Alright, so we pulled the first panel, the bonnet. Now we're going to take off the bumper and start working on that. The bonnet came out, it was a bit hard to remove. I mean, considering it's been 5 years, actually over 5 years. We're hoping that the side panels are going to be a little bit softer because they get less direct sunlight, so on we go. Alright, it looks like a bit of a disaster, but the reason is some of the sticky part is staying behind, but it's very easy to remove. You just rub it back and forth and it comes off. It looks like it's actually paint chips, but one of the other things that need to be repainted is the front bumper. So in order to have a smooth vinyl wrap, we actually had to sand it down and fill up all the little stone chips that were behind. All right, so slight break from wrapping or de-wrapping the GTR. The owner of the facility actually here has just showed up in his brand new LC300 Land Cruiser diesel, which Nakamura-san wrapped for him in this flat gray. Looking so sick on raised wheels. We have Goodrich tires. And he's actually just finished a coating on the window, well, like a film. This is literally my dream car, which I'm not allowed to buy in Japan because they closed the order books. You cannot buy a new LC300, be it diesel or gas. They don't make them. I don't know why. But here you go. So this is the diesel version. Always cool when you kind of meet other car people that are willing to show you their cars. So here we go, back to this mess. Lunchtime and we're not even halfway through. It's gonna be a long day. All right, so local soba restaurant for lunch. I always enjoy these local places. It's gonna be good. Local shops are always the best in Japan. And the best thing about coming to shops outside of Tokyo is the volume of food you get. Check out that mountain of soba, hand cut, handmade, and then also in tempura. So back to the shop we go to remove the rest of the wrap. So of course we need to actually remove the bumper and the light trim at the back so we can actually remove these pieces. And then we have to go back and refine. So this is actual adhesive residue that actually comes off, but we have alcohol to remove it. So these are the hotter parts where the wrap really got burnt onto the paint. So we just need to take a bit more care. And then here we're going to be using this big light to heat it up and then get it really soft before we peel it off. And this is the fine job that has to be done with tweezers. All right, so we're 7 hours in. There's 4 of us now working and removing everything. Some panels actually work better than others. Still have to do the door here, but for example here it came out quite nicely. There's some glue residue that we need to address after this. And of course, I still have to tell you guys, the original reason that I actually wrapped this car was because right before Tokyo Auto Salon in 2018, when I had to exhibit the car, somebody keyed it. And because of the time available, all paint shops were busy finalizing cars for Tokyo Auto Salon. So my only option was to wrap it, and that's why I ended up becoming green and staying green for 5 years, but not anymore. So tomorrow I take the car to the painter, and he has to address the bumper, which was also puttied up. All the paint chips had to be smoothed out. This was covered up and puttied up, and there's also this little blemish here on the front fender. So we're gonna have to spray 3 panels and get it looking as best as possible, and then we'll take it to get detailed, cleaned up, polished, and hopefully it'll be a perfect looking Bayside Blue 34. So it's not just a question of like applying wrap to a car, but of course a lot of parts need to be removed. So you can see here the door handles had to be taken away because they were originally taken away when we actually wrapped it. You see how much dust has settled there. Mirrors too. We got rid of the spoiler here because that's all wrapped on every possible surface, so we have to quickly do that. Tail lights and the mirrors. And so yeah, 7 hours in. Hopefully we can finish in another 3 or 4. I don't know, we'll see how we go. Oh, and I actually found the V-Spec logo that I was looking for. It was actually hidden behind the lights. Past 9:15 p.m. We've been at this 12 hours and we're almost there. Wrap is off the roof. That was the last piece. Wing is back. Unfortunately, some small pieces actually ended up donating some paint, but that's okay because we can just add it into the painting of the bonnet and the bumper. So all this stuff is the adhesive that has remained stuck to the bumper, so we'll have to address this before the car goes to paint, or actually the paint shop can actually take care of that. So we're trying to save as much time as possible and finalize things. Door cards are next, and then we can head back to Tokyo. Okay, so here we are with that massive scratch that's waiting to be fixed. But thanks to Nakamura, we did it. It took 13 hours, but we got there in the end. And now we are off. Alright, so it's a new day in the R34's restoration. So the wrap came off. I'm now at Okada Bankiya, so it's a body shop just outside Tokyo, Misato. They're going to be taking care of repainting the bumper, the bonnet, the fender, and then this little side piece of, I guess the initial part of the side skirt, which unfortunately some paint came off when we pulled the wrap. So there's a slight little thing that got patched up there before the paint, before the wrap rather. So these guys are going to be taking care of this, and then the car will end up going to a detailing shop to take care of the rest. So it's going to hopefully restore some shine back into it, and it'll be looking pristine.